Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's episode, we are going to discuss the most anticipated earnings releases for July 31st, 2023. Some of my companies are reporting this week, and there are a ton of other companies that I'm interested in, and also companies that are reporting that really show us where the economy is and where we're potentially going. All right. Here we go. On Monday before open, we got SoFi. SoFi is the biggest position in my portfolio by far. Probably around 17% of my, six-figure portfolio is in SoFi. And I don't care if they go up, if they go down, I'm going to be buying either way. Anthony Noto is one of the best CEOs in the entire stock market. And I'm actually hoping that the earnings are good, not great, and then the stock retraces a little bit into that $8-9 range, and I can continue to accumulate shares for our portfolio. I would love to get around 5,000 shares if I could. We're right around 4,000 now, but I would like to add another 1,000 to the portfolio and get us rocking and rolling around 5K. I mean, I would love to get to 10K, but I think the stock will be profitable before then. And once SoFi becomes profitable, then we're going to see the potential of them getting included in the S&P 500. I think you need like 3 or 4 straight quarters of profitability before you get accepted into the S&P 500. And once that happens, wow, that stock's going to go through the moon. I always like to look at banks, community bank reports, Republic Services. That is a company that does like trash. That's always good to see too. See what their profit margins are like. And then we go to Tuesday. Tuesday's a way more exciting day. The cruise lines are great buys. But I'm doing with cruise lines like Carnival Cruise Line and Norwegian and Royal Caribbean is like I'm selling cash covered puts. I think Carnival Cruise Line is trading in that $18 range. You can sell covered calls like 6 months out in the $12 range if you want to go shorter in the $15 range. Ooh, Pfizer's reporting too. That's a company that's significantly undervalued. Obviously, they went up huge because of all the COVID vaccine BS and all that stuff. But they've been on a significant downturn. So they're a stock that I'm circling. Like if they go down after earnings and that dividend gets in that 5% range, I think it's in like the 3.5 to 4 range now. But if it approaches 5%, it seems like a no-brainer. Companies that are involved in pharmaceuticals, they have so many patents, and like once they get to a point that they're established, like Pfizer is, they could really put money into R&D, and that's great for the stock. And then Caterpillar reports too Tuesday. I love Caterpillar. Caterpillar is all the infrastructure bill with building bridges and all that stuff that's happening right now with Biden's infrastructure bill. Caterpillar is going to see a huge bump in that. They're always on the side of the road building the roads. I live in LA right now, and their machines are everywhere because we're building the subway. I mean, Caterpillar is a no-brainer. They're great if you have a dividends-only portfolio and you want a stock that doesn't have a ton of volatility. I think Caterpillar is a great stock to look into your portfolio. Then we got the airlines are always interesting too. JetBlue, see where they're at. I think Southwest didn't report the best earnings and they went down on earnings. So JetBlue could be in that same predicament. And then Altria Group is always a good one to watch. Reporting after hours on Tuesday, we have AMD, Devon Energy, Starbucks, Pinterest, MicroStrategy, Elf. Man, all these stocks are great. Virgin Galactic was a high-flying growth stock, but they've been decimated as of late. I'm really looking at Starbucks. Starbucks is a great dividend-only stock. I have only one dividend-only portfolio. It's around $6,000. That's not like a huge stake in my investments, but I am starting to grow that portfolio out. Maybe something for retirement. Doing like $200 to $300 a month, just piling that in and just nibbling away at some of my favorite dividend stocks. Pinterest is an interesting stock too because they have a great platform, but they haven't been able to execute like how they can monetize the business. So that'll be really interesting to see if management is starting to figure out how to make this company profitable because everyone knows what Pinterest is, right? So how do we take this business to the next level? And then, Jeremy over at Financial Education, one of his favorite stocks is Elf. He calls it Elf on a Shelf. He's made a killing on that stock. So, those kind of stocks are great for your portfolio because if you ever went into an Ulta Beauty or any of those, they're packed all the time and it's constant streams of revenue because most of the products are used by women and they go through them so quickly. My wife goes through stuff so fast and she's always going into those stores to check out the newest stuff, to try new stuff, to reuse the stuff that she does have. And then on Wednesday, man, these earnings this week are crazy. People's portfolios are going to see a ton of volatility, guys. All right, Wednesday before the bell, we have CVS, Humana, Generac, Kraft Heinz, one of Warren Buffett's big positions in Kraft Heinz. He's kind of gotten beaten up on that stock over the years. So we'll see what their margins are looking like, because they have raised a lot of their products. They make like ketchup and all that kind of stuff, like boxed goods. If we'll have to see where their margins are and if what the demand is, because I know a lot of people have been buying store-bought stuff. So if you look at like Kroger's, if you listen to their earnings, they're saying that their like private label stuff is selling through the roof, because the name brand stuff is they're charging so much more money for essentially the same products. And then after the bell, I am starting to build out a position in PayPal. If they went down, I wouldn't be sad about it, so I can accumulate more shares. I'm buying in my big dog account, I'm buying 1 share of PayPal every single week. And then Shopify, Qualcomm, Oxy, that's another huge Warren Buffett position. We have Unity Software. That's a company that I've always wanted to buy, but I haven't found the right timing. I've always been too early or too late, or I just haven't found the right time to buy Unity, but they're on my watch list for sure, as is Robinhood. As the stock market goes up and we see more retail money going into the stock market, you're going to see Robinhood's margins improve significantly. And then we have Mercado Libre. They are like the Amazon of South America. And then we do Energy Transfer, which is a great dividend stock. I think they're paying around 10%. They're great. And Etsy. I have a little small business on Etsy. I just don't like the way they run their business. They're like nickel and diming everyone. Like every single listing is like 30 cents, and like if you have hundreds of items like that adds up a lot, and they charge ridiculous fees. On Thursday before the bell, we have Warner Brothers Discovery reporting in one of my smaller growth portfolios. That is one of my biggest positions. I own 500 shares of Warner Brothers, and I think they are one of the most significantly undervalued companies in the entire stock market. They have such a diverse platform of media businesses. It's crazy. Between the OWN network, the Food Network, the regular Discovery Network, and now they own Warner Brothers, which owns like Friends and the Harry Potter franchise. It's absolutely crazy. And just the regular HBO stuff is amazing. They own The Sopranos, Entourage, The Righteous Gemstones. It's a crazy portfolio of amazing material. And I love watching all the Anthony Bourdain stuff, and they have Restaurant Impossible. They own so much amazing media. I want to add more. Go down so I can buy more, please. Then we got Wayfair, ConocoPhillips, which is an energy company, Expedia, Moderna, Hasbro, and Cigna is always a good stock to check out. They're a major healthcare provider here for insurance. So it's always good to just test the waters and see how they're managing their business. And then after the bell, we got the big dogs, Amazon, Coinbase, DraftKings. I own like 400 or 500 shares of DraftKings. I don't own any Coinbase. I do own CleanSpark. That's my Bitcoin play. They're a Bitcoin miner. And then on Friday, we have Fubo TV. That's another big Jeremy from financial education position. And Nikola is straight trash. Anything else? Frontier, that's another one to check out. Frontier is a media company that's continuing to expand their reach and kind of nibbling away the business from Verizon and AT&T. So what do you guys think? What are your favorite stocks reporting this week? Thursday after the bell should be really interesting with Amazon, Coinbase, Apple, Airbnb, and DraftKings reporting. But this week is insane for growth stock investors. Are there any stocks you're buying this week no matter what? Stocks that you're nervous about their earnings? Who do you think is going to beat? Who do you think is going to miss? Let me know in the comments below what stocks you're buying this week. If you like these types of videos to break down who's reporting, what I think about their businesses in a very brief manner, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all have a great week of investing. I hope some of your stocks do well and we make some cash. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.